Hi, good morning, friends. This is 20 April 2020 today, and we are in the second phase of the COVID 19 lockdown. It's already a month past. I'm doing this video because I can't figure out anything better to do, and somehow I believe that it's the same reason for you to be watching this video, which is quite alright. Uh, the topic today is the one which is of the wide concern lately, and it is not COVID 19. There's a lot of about it in social media, everywhere. And almost everyone is a guru on COVID 19 on WhatsApp and Facebook. So it's not about that. What it is of the another big concern, which is economics. I must confess upfront that I myself didn't understand economics lately, and I cannot claim to understand it in its complete significance even now. Yet, this is an attempt, as as I said, there's nothing better to do. And moreover, I got intrigued by this, and I had been utilizing my time doing some reading on it after having read about it on the news. What I did consult or read was The History of Nation by Thomas and Hudson, The Lords of Finance by Liaquat Ahmed, a very interesting book. What's Next In? It's quite a nice book by Santosh Sharma. Managerial Economics by Varshney and Maheshwari. Finest Sense by Chandra. And finally, The Complete Idiot Guide to Marketing Basics. So, in case you don't hold the security of a government job, you will be affected by a recession or a depression. Now, to distinguish between a recession and a depression, it is like when a neighbor loses his job, it's a recession, and it's a depression when you lose your job. Depressions are of two types. One is deflation and another is inflation. Basically, it's the same depression but different money. Uh, an example of deflation is 1929. There was a crash in American stock market, which was because the stocks were being bought at a margin. When we say bought at a margin, it basically means that if on a hot sunny summer day you get a glass of lemon juice, it quenches your thirst. Then you go for a second glass, it also quenches your thirst, but it's not like the first one. Then you go for the third glass. So each time the cost is adding up, but the value is depleting. Likewise, the American economy also deflated. Now, the condition in 1929 was the dollar by law was to be backed by gold, which means that basically it was a derivative of gold. So, a government couldn't print money on its own. What was happening was the labor force was increasing, there were a lot of immigration, population was bursting, and there were a lot of man hours being put in, but the money was the same limited amount. So, every year you have to work harder to get the same amount of money. The value of money rose, it became higher, and at a certain point it led to a deflation where the money reached a value where it was difficult for people to earn enough to make a living. So that was deflation. Hope I could get around it and you found it interesting. Take a break, pause it, and we will move on to another interesting topic which concerns of our current time, that is inflation. Okay, so friends, now inflation, I will take a recent example because I believe we all were there and probably remember it. In 2007, there was a crash caused by the real estate being bought at a margin in America. Hope you remember that. Now the economic condition was that the dollar was no more backed by gold. So basically dollar was a derivative of debit, not of gold. What had happened in 1971, the IMF and World Bank required the World Bank, the other World Bank, to shift their money to debit currency, not backed by gold. Because if any country didn't follow it, it would be out of the exclusive club of IMF. So gradually countries came in. Now, when we say a derivative of debit, it means that money is just a piece of paper with ink, and the government could keep printing to a level where it saw the most benefit of having that much of the currency in market, where it could hold a certain value in relation to the other currencies. Moreover, what had happened that money had gone plastic with credit cards. Now you understand credit cards. Basically, it is that when you have a credit card, they give you a certain credit rating basing it on your past transaction, and you could have a credit limit of 2 times to 8 times of your current earning capability. So basically what was happening that a person could spend more than he was currently earning, and when a huge population is doing it, the money will worth less and less till it becomes worthless, and it will lead to inflation. Also now we see that the inflation follows a cycle of, let's say, every 8 years, and this gap is also closing down. So this is our current concern in the world and the economic setup we live in. So there had been a lot of things, like in about March 2009, China had begun talks of abandoning the US dollar as a world reserve currency. Then European Union was also formed, and Euro also tried to gain dominance. It keeps on going. Now there is a Pareto principle. Basically, this is a rule of vital few, which states that 80% of effort comes from 20% of cause. Now, how is it related with money? If we see, and all of us probably know it, it is that 80% of world money is secured within less than 20% of the world population. Now, this is an interesting thing which all of us know. Now, as a kids, we believe in magic, but as we grow up, we realize there is no magic, and we become aware that it is just the tricks. Now, big money in stocks is not a magic; it's just tricks. Now, because it is tricks, you are not taught it anywhere. No education teaches it. One has to learn it. I myself don't know about it. But just to get around it, it is like, as a fish cannot see the water, many people cannot contemplate this form of economy, which is a rather intriguing one. Now, that is another whole topic to discuss, a very interesting one indeed. We'll do it another sequel to this note. Till then, you can post a review. You like it, you agree, you don't agree with it. You can add some constructive thought to it. Whatever it is, feel free to give a feedback. Stay safe, stay aware, and stay cheerful. Take care. Bye bye. We'll see you.